Right.
All right. How you talking about? Oh, Lord. As I say, I've had a very day.
All right.
All right. Oh, Lord. Didn't you not agree? I have good.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
I guess that's 10
Well, Mr.
seconds.
President, here we are on the Florida Keys. And I think the Keys you made rather popular when you first started coming down here for your vacations when you were president, didn't you?
That's correct. We used to fly down to Key West and stay there for a week or 10 days, and I don't know of any place we ever went that we enjoyed any more, that was more satisfactory for a vacation of the kind we needed.
How did you happen to choose the Keys originally?
Well, one of my naval aides, Admiral Dennison, looked around over the country, and he had been stationed here at one time, and he came to the conclusion that it would be an ideal place for a president to take a vacation, and that's how we came to go there.
It's a lovely spot, isn't it?
Never was a better.
Palm trees and white sand.
Everything.
You leave Washington at the end of your term, and as that train pulled out, all the people standing about, what were your feelings at the time?
Well, it was an emotional moment. It was estimated by the police that there were 9,000 people in that station to see a man who was through go back home, and that usually doesn't happen. So, of course, it left a very strong impression on both myself and Mrs. Truman and my daughter. It was a wonderful thing to happen. I'll never forget it.
Mr. President, we will probably be finding a lot of coconuts around here in the course of the next few days, and perhaps we will find some meat in terms of discussing what happened during your term of office and something of what you think will happen in the course of the next few years. Shall we go in the house here at the Olney Inn and sit and chat for the next 4 days at intervals as to what you remember from your term of office and what you think may be happening next?
Well, I forgot to tell you, once you got there, I hope it'll be you don't need it.
I've got a suit or two made out of that, and it's very cool and hangs nicely. We'll give him we'll give him Well, Mr. President, here we are on the Florida Keys at the Olney Inn, which is just about as nice a spot as one could imagine.
It certainly is.
And for the next 4 days, we're going to sit here and talk about what happened while you were president, something of what you think will happen in the course of the next decade or two. You rather made the Keys popular when you were president, didn't you, when you first started coming to Key West?
Well, that's what they said. I was glad to come down here, and I always had a good time when I was here.
How did you happen to start coming here first, Mr. President?
Well, we hunted around for a suitable place for a presidential vacation on occasion, and I had a naval aide by the name of Admiral Dennison, and he had become familiar with this place, and due to his recommendation, we came down here, and we were never sorry. We always had a good time.
Certainly a delightful spot, isn't it, with all the...
One of the most delightful in the country. And this place here is, I might say, without any disparagement of Key West, is just as good as Key West.
All the white sand and palm trees and everything else?
Everything else, that's right.
Mr. President, I remember seeing you leave Washington at the end of your term of office. Excuse me, Mr. President, while I wrestle with this mic line a little.
Seems to be hung up.
You know, there was a time when I was working in the woods out west. Just requires strength, that's all.
That's all.
No, we're making it. I was saying that I remember when you left Washington at the end of your term of office. And there were, about 9,000 people down to see you when you left?
9,000 people estimated by the police to be on the platform in the Washington Union Station. It was heartwarming and a very emotional affair. Mrs. Truman and Margaret and I all were very highly pleased and very nearly overcome by such a wouldn't say a reception, such a going away party.
Were you surprised to see so many people
Yes.
turn up to see you walk?